right. Hello, class. How are we doing tonight? Good to see all of you here. Curious, did any of you recognize the music that I've got playing in the background? Because it is an absolute NES classic. Hello, Tyler. Welcome. It absolutely slaps an obby. It is from a game called Gimmick, or Mr. Gimmick, by Sunsoft, which unfortunately we never got here in the West. It's an amazing platformer as well. Super fun game. Unfortunately, very, very expensive these days. Talking multiple hundreds of dollars. Hello, Nanara. Welcome. Not worth shelling out for an import cartridge, I don't think. Just emulate it. However, I am playing an import cartridge today. I am playing the Goonies by Konami, a game from 1986 that never came out for the home systems in the US. So, I'm sure you're all familiar with the 1985, huge hit cultural touchstone movie, The Goonies. It's certainly one of my all-time favorite films. Wonderful adventure film where the kids are the heroes. High adventure, just excellent. No, I kind of know what you mean, Tyler. They can only sound so different at the end of the day. But The Goonies was a huge hit, so it's not a surprise that it got a video game tie-in. Now, because this was a game by Konami in the 8-bit era, it's a very good video game tie-in. Hey, Cliff, welcome! Hey, thank you for following, Garachart. Cliff, how's it going? Oh, it was, your 1-year anniversary, I believe. Happy anniversary, Cliff. Welcome. Class, if you don't already know Cliff, follow. He makes some absolutely incredible music. Super talented. Highly recommend giving him a follow. He's also got excellent taste in heavy metal music. Hey, thank you, Arcania. Your name's Call Me Arcania, so I figure I may as well just call you that. But if you're not already following Cliff Class, absolutely go give him a follow, check him out. Hey, thank you, Ariel Noriboshi. Thank you for following. For those of you who don't know, Raiders, my name is Professor Bloom. I am a teacher. I do lots of music streams, lots of singing. I record barbershop quartets by myself, which I'm sure you can hear from that little hello, hello, hello intro. That's just 4 of me. And I organize the VTuber choir. Beyond that, I play lots of retro games, usually all on real hardware, and some custom Doom 2 megawatts. So that's pretty much what I get up to. Thank you all for stopping by. Tonight's going to be one of the video game nights. Hey, Lapis, good to see you. Tonight will be a video game night playing The Goonies, which didn't come out in the US on NES, but did come out in Japan on the Famicom. So the Famicom was just the Japanese NES. I have a converter cartridge that allows me to play those on my US system. So we are still on real hardware tonight. But this game did come out in the US in the arcade. It was featured in the Nintendo PlayChoice 10 arcade system, which was basically a low-cost way for arcade operators to offer a wide variety of games. They were just simple PCBs that plugged into a motherboard and could be switched out. And for whatever reason, The Goonies came out in arcades, but even though the game was all in English, even in the Japanese version, it just never came out here. So I've always been curious because we did get its sequel called The Goonies 2, which as a kid I always thought, why is there a Goonies 2 game when there's no Goonies 2 movie? Exactly. But it was The Goonies 2. It was a sequel to the first game. And Goonies 2 is a great game. It's kind of almost like a Metroidvania-style adventure, side-scrolling adventure mixed with a point-and-click with a huge connected map. The Goonies 1 is much simpler. It's just a puzzle platformer, really more just an action platformer, with some hidden items around a stage that make things a little easier on you. And the goal of the game? $50 bill! $50 bill! We saved the town! God, I love the Goonies. So, in the Goonies, the game, that is, not the movie, you play as Mikey. And you have got to go rescue all your friends who have been kidnapped by the Fratellis, those evil, evil people. And that's pretty much it. It's a very simple premise. Just avoid the enemies, find secret stuff if you can. Tonight's not going to be one of my endurance challenges to see if I can beat the game, because it's a Monday night and I really can't can't stream that late. I have work in the morning. But it should be a fun, short little adventure. So why don't we just get right into it? And thank you again for the raid, Cliff. There we go. Yeah, so here's the thing. This is a Japanese cartridge that I've got loaded up. Straight from, Japan. You need an adapter to even fit it in a US system. But the whole game's in English. It's like, why didn't they bring this over? It was a super popular movie. The NES was, just launched. It was super popular. It needed more high-quality software like this. As you can see, the graphics are a little simple, but they look nice. The play control's tight, and you can see there's tons of stuff to, find, and I don't know why you're kicking giant mice. I don't remember that part of the movie. But the real icing on the cake, listen to the music in this first level. I'm sure everyone in chat of a certain age will recognize pretty much immediately what this is. Because it's so nice. This is basically just an 8-bit version of the Cyndi Lauper, Goonies song. Hey Slayer, it's going well. I just booted up the game. Whoa! I almost got shot. The Fratellis in the movie didn't just go and shoot kids. They made them a lot meaner for the game. Basically, though, you've got your, you get bombs from beating up enemies, you break open these skull doors, you get 3 keys, and you leave the level. And you rescue 1 Goonie per level. Who unfortunately all look the same. That is one little drawback here. But then you'll want to explore the levels and just kind of, hit buttons and stuff and look for secrets, because picking up diamonds will restore your health if you get 8 of them. Just that kind of stuff that you'd see in old games all the time, where you just want to, figure out the levels, interact. You can't kill the Fratellis, unfortunately. I think there's another secret item in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, so I picked up headphones, which will save me from Francis Fratelli's singing, and the flame suit, which should protect me from jets of fire. Not a complicated game, but a lot of fun. Very charming. Didn't cost very much to import. I think it was about $10 or so. So if you want to get yourself a copy, it's not expensive. And I would highly recommend it. Very fun. It's just got that classic arcade feel, which makes sense, because this was essentially an arcade game in the US. And it's still... Oh! And we do have a timer, so we gotta get a move on. That's what that beeping was. Hope everybody's had a good Monday, though. Oh yeah, I can't get hurt by those flames now. Now, class, I am gonna cheat a little bit, by which I mean I have a guide pulled up to show me where the hidden items are. Because I want an upper hand. See, what are the items in this stage? There's a raincoat. Ooh, I'm gonna need that. Where do I get it? Ah, I see where I get it. Sorry, I've just got a map pulled up in another window. But this is just... I kind of miss when video games were this simple. Where it's like, well, here's your objective, here's how you do stuff, have fun. Find the keys, go through the door, save your friends, you're the hero. Simple as that. Oh, that sounds like a hassle slayer. Anytime you have to call the phone company, it's it's a headache, in my experience at least. I've been lucky enough to have the same number for some years now, but I remember what a headache it is trying to change anything about your service plan, you know? It's looking for any hidden items I can reveal here, but not seeing any. I'm even looking in the right spot. Oh wow, that's a... Pages are long. Sorry, the map scrolls and I didn't realize that. I think we're all good here. Avoid these guys. Ooh, this, the white mice give you a cross that makes you invulnerable. Only for a very short amount of time. Still pretty cool. Hard not to like any game that gives you an invulnerability power-up. So you got one more thing to bomb over here. Long jump to make. Piece of cake. And I know there's enemies hidden throughout the stages that can give you some more health. Or not more health, more points. Because, you know, how else do you prove to your friends that you beat the game? You get the high score. Which, we don't really do score attack video games anymore. It's not what's popular anymore. Yeah, it was Cyndi Lauper. I mean, she was about as big a star as you could get in the mid-'80s. I see. Exactly, Kiraga. Goonies never say die. Mikey, I'm not a Goonie. Down here, this is our time. God, I love this movie. That's one of my desert island movies, easily. Actually, that's a question for you, class. What are your desert island movies? You know, the movies, let's say you could only bring 3 movies with you, you're stuck on a deserted island. What do you take and why? I mean, for me, Goonies is a, you know, no-brainer. I can watch that movie over and over. I'll enjoy it every single time. Maybe that sounds, you know, boring, but, you know, I'm convinced everybody's got their movies that, you know, no matter how many times you see them, they'll always be fun. And for me, The Goonies is definitely one of those. Right, nice. I think now we can just go to the, exit. We might have one more door we can bomb, but I think the exit's on the screen above us. Ooh, no. Now we've got a slingshot. Long distance attacking. Must be. Yeah. There we go. Restore our health. Ooh. Those are good ones. Castaway. I mean, it's also a good movie. That's not a bad choice, Hanabi. I think for me, Goonies and Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark are definitely desert island movies. Like, I'll never get tired of those. They're very similar when you think about it. You know, they're both just adventure. Ooh, I found a thing. Ooh, The Matrix. Ooh. It's funny you mentioned the Wizard Slayer. Because, I have a Power Glove for my NES, and can confirm it is indeed so bad. It's genuinely awful. Like, it's every bit as bad as you would imagine it to be. Oh, that's awesome, Emperor Spoon. Sounds like a good day if you ask me. Oh yeah. Look, it doesn't matter that The Wizard was just a commercial. When you're a kid, it's a commercial for all the coolest stuff that you want. You know, you cannot go wrong with a commercial like that. Ooh. That's a good call, Nanara. I wonder how much of that dialogue I have memorized right now anyway. I remember once I did a watch party of all 3 of those with some friends, and it absolutely tried our endurance. I can get My Cousin Vinny in Pan's Labyrinth. Why Rush Hour 3? Ariel Noriboshi. You prefer just Ariel? Or Ariel Noriboshi, whole name? Do let me know, because I never want to mess up somebody's name if I can help it. Got some new enemies. Got bats. My Cousin Vinny is a very good choice for a Desert Island movie, though. I love that the legal jargon, like the lawyering in that movie, is essentially accurate enough that they show it in law school. Yeah, Ariel works fine for me. Got some diamonds. This music is good. I kind of miss the, I miss the Cyndi Lauper. Bring that back. Oh, nice. Some more diamonds. There we go. Oh, is this the next stage already? I guess so. It's kind of cool how the stages are presented like just one big uninterrupted sequence. That's a good point. I remember being disappointed in Rush Hour 3 when I saw it in the theater, but I don't think I've seen it since then. So I probably should give it another try. Let's see, what items are there for me to find? I can get a helmet and jump shoes in this level. So if I can find... That's a very practical answer, Emperor Spoon. Just bring the entire Primitive Technology YouTube channel with you. So let's see. I can find a football helmet in this level to protect me from falling stalactites, and I can find jump shoes. Straight out of the movie. So let me see. Where can I find those? Oh, and this level has a One-Eyed Willie's ghost flying around. Kind of cool. Let's see, so I can... Where can I find those items? See where one of them is. Sorry, I'm just... I'm blatantly looking at a map to go through this. Because why not, right? Stages are surprisingly large for an early game. Yeah, The Matrix by itself is a near flawless film, and the Animatrix was very cool. The sequels are fine. You know, they've got some great scenes. I've heard the 4th one, Resurrections, is dreadful, and I have not watched it yet because of that. I'm afraid to watch it for fear of it being as bad as people say, essentially. Which I know might not be a great reason to watch or not watch a movie, but it would be... Oh, there's One-Eyed Willie's ghost. Spooky. Let's see. I think the hidden item is around here somewhere. Don't know how to reveal it. Oh, yeah, I haven't even heard any reviews of Uncharted. I have no idea how that turned out. Maybe a bomb will reveal the item. Nope. Wonder, can I... How do I find this? Get out of here. Really, Hanabi? Because I love Empire Strikes Back. I think A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back are about as good as sci-fi action-adventure movies can possibly get. You know, I adore those movies. And for as, let's be generous and say flawed. For as flawed as the Star Wars prequels are, I look back on them more fondly now that the sequels have happened. They're not good, but the reasons they were bad have more to do with, you know, incompetence as a, incompetence from a directorial standpoint than, a lack of creativity, shall we say. A lack of creativity is what really kills, the sequels for me. Yeah, exact. Yeah, they forgot to have an overarching story in the Star Wars sequels, which is frankly kind of embarrassing. Yeah, the prequels, I think funny bad is a good way to put it, because they at least have that camp value to them where it's like so silly that you can't help but laugh. And I think that's got a lot of value. You can't overestimate. You know, a bad movie can be a good time, but a boring movie is way worse. Let's see. Let me reverb on here. I hate sand. It's rough, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. Hey, Mechanica, I'm doing great. Hey, Vaughn, good to see you. See, I know there's a hidden item right up here somewhere. Also, Francis Fratelli here with his singing Can't Hurt Me, because I have earmuffs on. I love that that's what saves me from him. There it is. Alright, now I've got my jump boots. I don't know what those actually do. Okay, Emperor Spoon, give me a sec. It's my ass. Thank you. Yeah, that's the big difference, Nanara, between the original Star Wars trilogy and the prequels, is that in the original, George Lucas was surrounded by talented, smart people who could tell him, George, that's a bad idea. What are you doing? You know, like, George, I think it was Harrison Ford who said to him, like, George, you can write this shit, but people don't say that. Like, that's not how people talk, George. And, you know, you had screenwriters like Lawrence Kasdan and, you know, people who know how to make a movie basically telling George, like, please, George, just be normal for once in your life, George. And the sequels did not, or the prequels did not have that. They had a bunch of, you know, sycophantic yes men standing around George Lucas and telling him that everything he was doing was great. Which is a lie. It was, in fact, very bad. So it's a real shame. Yeah, George, normal. You know, the warning sign that everybody should have paid attention to, but didn't, was, Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck was one of the first things that Lucas had, yeah, exactly, George No saved those movies. Howard the Duck should have been, like, the canary in the coal mine moment, where it's like, okay, maybe this guy isn't the creative genius we all thought he was. maybe we need to, you know, reevaluate some things. Because Howard the Duck, if you haven't seen it, class, is a wild fever dream of a movie. And, I mean, it has some incredible practical special effects by ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, which is probably the best thing George Lucas is associated with, is creating ILM. But as a movie... Yeah. Well, so, fun story with that, Hardcore Hunter. The reason for, getting rid of that sword fight scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark was because Harrison Ford was, like, dreadfully sick. I think he said he had just, like, awful diarrhea. Like, it was 1,000,000 degrees out. He felt terrible. So he's like, can I just shoot him? And they're like, that's perfect. Like, they had this whole thing choreographed out. And Harrison Ford was like, can I just shoot the guy? That's the thing that, when you've got people like Spielberg, directing a movie, he's willing to take direction from his actors when his actors have good ideas. Exactly. It's a perfect improv because it's completely in character. The same way that in Star Wars, in Empire, when Han Solo is going to be, frozen in carbonite, he says, there's the iconic Leia says, I love you, and he just says, I know, and then goes under. That was improv. That was, Harrison Ford saying, this is what I think would happen with these characters in this situation. And that's become one of the best known lines in the franchise. So it's like, you gotta wonder, I'm not trying in any way to impugn George Lucas's imagination. I am winning, Floop. I'm doing well though. I just got shot. I'm low on time now. But I'm winning because I'm playing the Goonies and hanging out with friends. And it's so bizarre to me that they just didn't release this game in the US. There's no reason they couldn't have. The whole game is already in English. Like, they wouldn't have had to do any work. They even released it in the arcades here. Like, what was the holdup? Alright, I've got all my keys, and I've got all my items, but I'm almost out of time. I don't know how to get to the, the exit. I might fail. Oh no, the reason for that, Hanabi, is all the items that I've picked up throughout the levels so far. They actually protect you. Oh, I'm toast. I'm gonna run out of time. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can get down there fast enough. Yeah, they're just like protective items that you can pick up as you play. Oh, that causes me to die. Well, that's good to know. Oh, but now I've got all my items and I'm just down a life. Oh, so that's fine then. I was worried. Trying to figure out how to get where I need to go. Yeah, no, the items that I've been picking up, like that football helmet, the rain jacket, the earmuffs, protect me from all those enemy projectiles, basically. Like, if I get hit by the enemy, I'll take that damage. Oh, thank you, Emperor Spoon. That one's gonna go in the highlight reel. I actually don't know if there's a way to get 1-ups in this game. I hope there are. I hope like 50,000 points gets me one or something. But I think there are only 6 stages in the whole game. So it might be a short stream. I had a board meeting for a nonprofit that I work for tonight, so I wasn't free until pretty much right before stream. But I didn't want to skip out Monday because I know I can't do my normal Wednesday stream because of music work, because it's Ash Wednesday. So I wanted to, be able to do something. I didn't want to just have no streams until Thursday. That wouldn't have been fun for me. Yeah, well, that's because Christopher Lee is a good actor. Christopher Lee is an amazing actor who knows what he's doing. That's why, Well, actually, Hardcore Hunter, that's not the first time that Christopher Lee has refused to say lines in the movie. The most extreme example of that would be There was, so for years and years, Lee worked with a British film company, Hammer. So Lee was, Dracula. That's how, I think, those will hurt me. Yeah, here, One-Eyed Willie. Yeah, but Lee was Dracula in something like 6 movies. And the first one was incredible. Peter Cushing played alongside him as Van Helsing. That's 1958's Horror of Dracula. Yeah, Prince of Darkness. Yes. The way the story goes, Nobby, is Peter Jackson told him to imagine what it feels like to, plunge a knife into a man's back or something like that. To which Lee replied, I don't have to imagine. Like, I know how that feels. It's like, oh my god. Because keep in mind, he worked for what was essentially like the British version of, the Secret Service during World War II. Man-hunted Nazis. Like, he knew what he was about when it came to, what that feels like. But yeah, in Dracula, Prince of Darkness, the dialogue was so bad that Christopher Lee refused to say any of his lines, instead only hissing, because he's like, this dialogue's so dreadful that I won't make this film. I'm going to just, yeah, exactly, Mechanicat. I don't think it's possible to be cooler as a human being than Christopher Lee. Like, dude became a heavy metal singer in his 80s and 90s. You don't get cooler. It's a simple fact. Alright, this game is starting to get more difficult, and I'm appreciating that. And also just, apparently one of the nicest people you could ever meet. Just a wonderful man. Playing this, it's really upset. Oh! I touched the... Oh, yeah. He had an extraordinarily long career. And made lots of lifelong friendships. I think I need to jump over this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he had lifelong friendships with actors Vincent Price and Peter Cushing. Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine anything more badass than that? So I own his heavy metal albums. I bought those on vinyl when they came out. They're great. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, I won't say that they're the best heavy metal albums I've ever heard. But, the fact that he was pursuing new creative endeavors in his 90s, I think that speaks volumes to the kind of person he was. And obviously oh, I just got shot. Obviously in a very positive way. Oh no, I died. Oh no. Game over. Oh well, time to try again. This should go a lot quicker once you've gone through the levels once, I imagine. Now we get the nice chiptune version of Goonies Are Good Enough again. Oh, let me pick that up, please. There we go. Stephen White, yes. I was very impressed by... I think he was the voice cameo in Dusk, if I'm remembering right. Or I might be getting him mixed up with someone else. I don't know. I know it's like a trope in a lot of media, but I love the cool old guy trope. I want to be the cool old guy someday. I've got half of that down. I just need to get cooler. I thought so. I mean, he's got an unmistakable voice. And Blood is, by a wide margin, my favorite of the shooters on the build engine. There we go. Right? I love, like, whenever the mentor character in something like, you know, games or anime basically gets their time to shine and, like, show all the youngins what's up. Like, show them how to do it. I'm thinking of, like, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, when, you've got, you know, the whole Order of the White Lotus basically rolling up to take Ba Sing Se back. And it's like, oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Like, this is this is what I'm here for. You know, forget the Avatar's got his battle going on. Give me the old guys. I know probably sounds silly, but Stage 2 map. Yeah, we're old men in a profession where many die young. That's how you know someone's cool. See, I need to find... Yeah, exactly. Whenever Uncle Iroh... I'm thinking of, like, when he was in jail and just got buff. It's like, okay. All right, I see you, Iroh. Sorry, class. I'm looking up where where to get the items again. 'Cause I forgot already. I gotta learn these stages. I don't think it's on this screen, but oh wait, no, there's nothing on this screen for me. Time limit in this game is pretty severe. So because I got that, like, flame retardant, Schwarzenegger does seem like a genuinely very nice person. I think because he just wants to encourage people to basically, you know, do their best and be the best version of themselves, which I think is a very positive message. I don't really know enough about him apart from what I've seen, you know, of his, like, recent social media presence. Slingshot, don't mind if I do. Let's see, this isn't where the item is it? No. Maps are pretty big for an early NES game. I know the graphics in this are very, very simplistic, even by NES standards. There's some... Oh, that bullet got me, like, right in the ankle. I know these are really simplistic visuals, even by, you know, like, the standards of the NES. They're really attractive. I think they look nice somehow. Yeah, rudimentary but surprisingly detailed, I think is a good way to put it. I don't know. It's hard to describe. There's something... It's just nice and clean looking. Oh, even dropping a bomb on the Fratellis didn't do it? They're tough. There's a diamond up here. Something. I think you have to do, like, a different... Yeah, there we go. You have to, like, uncover just the right spot on the map or something to get, you know, the item hidden there. But it's worth it for the score and for the hidden, you know, power-up items in the game. I do wish you could attack from the ladder. That would make things a lot easier. Come on, I know there's supposed to be something right here. How do I get it? I got it last time. open a door. Also, my NES is starting to glitch out, so I'm... Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I just very... Oh... Nope. Okay, hold on. We gotta... My NES is really on its last legs. It's been dying for a while now. The cartridge isn't at like exactly the right angle. It won't play at all, which is not great. It really kind of sucks. Joys of see everywhere at the end of time of video games. Oh, but don't you just love the authenticity of real hardware? Oh, hold on. Oh, and I got it set up just right before stream. Come on, please. Don't give me a hard time. Oh my. There's also, because this is a Famicom game and not an NES game, there's the cartridge that goes into the NES, which is a converter. So basically it's got the NES pin out on the side you plug into the system and an edge connector for Famicom cartridges in the center, but it's a little bit wobbly, so it's essentially another point of failure introduced into the chain here. Which means I had this set up just right before stream. And now it's shit in the bed. If I can't get this to work, I might just call this a rain check for tonight class. We'll see. Because I don't want to waste your time. I don't have anything else planned at the moment. Sorry. Come on. Just hold on. I don't want to start a new Megawad this late at night, Emperor Spoon. This was going to be a shorter stream anyway, like I was probably going to stop by 11, but might call it a very... Oh, hold on. Close. Yeah, I'm channel 3 instead of channel 4. That would only be if this was, the RF modulator on a TV instead of... It's trying so hard. Doing its best. But its best isn't very good, frankly. Come on. Oh, I think we got it back. All right. Let's give it another go. I think we're back for now. That's the thing for now. I can't guarantee it'll work all that much longer, but let's give it a try. Because I would like to see more of this game. We're already up to level 4, and I think there's only 6 stages. Oh, isn't that a fun game, Humza? Like, even after... Donkey Kong turns 40 this year, actually, as a game. 1982. And it's pretty amazing how much fun it still is. For a game that seems simplistic, there is a ton of depth in the strategy for the gameplay. If you want to really maximize your score and be like a professional Donkey Kong player. And it's just pure skill-based game. You would think a bomb going off would actually kill one of the Fratellis, but no, it just knocks them over for a little bit. Can't have Mikey being a murderer in your NES game, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, except I've got the Fratellis trying to murder me. Why can't I? Why can't I fight back, huh? Alright, the first level's easy enough at least. As we get into these later stages that I'm gonna need to learn, you know, where items are and stuff. Kicking Jerry's. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to make mice like one of your most common enemies in this. Seems a little weird, but whatever. It's a video game. They don't need to be logical. What's in that? Just a health power-up. Yeah, it's what the mice look like to you. I know there's supposed to be a hidden item right here, and I don't know how to get it. Yeah, there's 3 different colored ones here. The white ones give you, like, a full invulnerability for a few seconds. Pretty nice. I think of the, I can't remember, is it Jake? The one in the movies that sings? Or is it Francis? No, Francis is the one with the hairpiece. Jake is the singer. I love the Goonies. One of my... I think I was saying before, that's easily a desert island movie for me. Where it's like, I will never get tired of that movie. I've probably watched it at least 100 times in my life thus far. But, you know, something about it just keeps me, you know, happy to see it even, you know, one more time. One of those movies where, like, you ever have those days where just, you know, nothing goes right, you feel really down, so you just, like, make yourself some soup, and you put on a movie that you know, that you've seen a million times, and you just feel better. Yeah, today was that kind of day, Hanabi. Well, you know what? Make yourself some soup. Make a grilled cheese. Put on a favorite movie, and just chill out, you know? Just tell yourself, like, you know, I don't have to be productive today. You know, it's fine, actually, to not be productive every day. Oh, The Mummy is a great one for that, Oxford Comma. I think that's the closest anyone ever got to, like, you know, modernizing and updating the Indiana Jones movie format. Because you had charismatic leads, you had a fun plot full of, you know, adventure, romance, you know, cool special effects, good bad guys. You know, it's got everything you want in a movie. Oh, sorry, I heard my cat meowing and... like, I just let you out of my office. Why do you want back in already? Cats can never decide in or out. Let me see, where... items. Okay, let's see where one is. Sorry, I know it's a little cheap to use a guide to find all the hidden items, but I really want them. The dog's gonna need to go out even more, Emperor Spoon. Not that I'm not a dog person, I like dogs just fine. But, you know, a cat can just be a good little buddy, you know? Just a good bud. No, I love my cat. Even if he is a real handful sometimes. Then again, any kind of pet is a handful in their own way. You know, there's no such thing as a low-stress pet. That sounds like a cat, Hanabi. So I haven't closed my bedroom door in the 5 years since I've had this cat. If I close my bedroom door, he goes absolutely ballistic. because he needs to be, you know, right. He doesn't even want to be in the room all the time. You know, I'll go to bed, and he'll run into the room like a madman, just barge in, hop onto my bed, check that I'm there, and then he'll leave. But God forbid that door is closed. Doesn't care about any other door in the house, just my bedroom. And he will go to any length. If I close it, even for a minute, and I'm inside, he will start scratching on the outside, you know, start crying. Not like quietly either. He's a big cat and you can't ignore him. Ooh, that was close. I got lucky. Or if I close my office door, you know, the room I'm in now with all my streaming stuff, he has started peeling the wood veneer, like the, you know, front portion of the door off and eating it if I ignore him. He is, oh, there he is. He's right, just passed right between my legs. Here, buddy. He likes to try to get into my lap while I'm streaming, and that doesn't work. So if you ever see me suddenly lose tracking, blame my cat. Because I certainly do. Oh, I messed up and can't get back up there. That's a bummer. There's some diamonds up there, which, oh, that's Konami Man. Worth 5,000 points. At least I can get, yeah, more diamonds here will restore me to full health. Boy, these bats are annoying. Nothing like the bats in, the game I was playing over the weekend, Little Nemo, the Dream Master. Those bats were insane. Those bats were the absolute worst. Oh, but no, it wasn't the bats. It was the float fiends. It was the pollen. Allergies came early for me this year, and it was in the form of that stupid enemy in Little Nemo. I'm so happy I managed to beat that game, but man, it was an ordeal. It was truly, truly difficult. Where am I going to want to go in this level? I get the helmet that will protect me from the, whatchamacallit, the stalactites. Oh yeah, and you've got to rescue a Goonie in each level. Which I really wish they looked like, you know, the Goonies in the movies. They don't. They're just kind of generic. Seems like a bummer. It seems like kind of a missed opportunity, if you ask me. I would love to be able to tell if it was, you know, Data or Chunk or, you know, Brand, Steph, Andy. I think that's all of them, right? I'm not forgetting anybody. No, Troy's not a Goonie. Troy's a jerk. A cool car. At least I thought it was cool as a kid. There we go. I got jump boots. I don't know what they actually do. But they're from the movie, so they're cool. Go back up. Good enough for me. Oh, I don't have my football helmet yet to save me from those lactites. Oh, and I keep walking into them. Okay, they can't fall again. Other items. I think it's screen. I think I've got to go down. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got it. Ooh, I'm about to die. Let's not do that. Let's not die. Dying is bad. Goonies never say die. I can't die. Down here. I think anything I can get is down. So there's a secret. Oh! Oh no, I can. That's what my jump boots are for. Oh, cool. Oh, that was awesome. Never mind, that was sweet. Not the end of the level, I don't think. Or if it is, I don't have all the keys. Got something down here. True. You can die without saying die. I guess the jump boots only work on that screen. Oh. Oh, I think the raincoat should save me from this waterfall. I don't think... Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, here, Mr. Fish. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've died. Oh, I guess it does let you go to the next stage without a... Oh, no, I think that was a warp. I skipped to stage 5. What annoyed you today, Hamza? Get it off your chest. I don't know if it was advantageous to skip to stage 5, but here we are. That was kind of cool, actually. Can we beat the game, though, if we didn't rescue all the Goonies? I guess so. What hidden items can we get here? A raincoat or armor? Okay, very close to the water below Skull Mouth part stage. Yeah, Ollie, just having just a short one. This isn't going to be a crazy endurance challenge. Oh, that's the worst feeling, Hamza. Or when two people are walking side by side really slowly. I don't know, Slayer. I've never beaten this. Actually, I haven't even played that much of it. Because I only imported this pretty recently. Like about a month or two ago. So I haven't had this game for a very long time. But it's pretty good. I've got to say, I'm really, really pleased with it as a game so far. And it just seems like a real shame that this didn't come out in the US. Or rather, that its only presence in the US was as a part of the Nintendo PlayChoice 10 arcade system. It wouldn't have taken Konami very much work to turn this into a normal home release. Because the game, this is the Japanese cartridge, and it's entirely in English. Oh, I can't jump off that. No, that's too late at night for that, Ollie. Okay, there we go. I gotta be just right at the edge of the screen. I'll probably be doing a karaoke stream on Friday. So look forward to that. Thinking of doing some, like, rock and roll, heavy metal karaoke. Something a little different than usual. We'll see, though. All depends how I'm feeling by the end of the week. Oh, man. The stage is getting tough. There we go. Whoa. No joke with those fish. I don't know if it was smart to skip to stage 5. This gets a lot harder. There we go. Game's cool, though. Oh, yeah, you can't kill Willy without the slingshot, and I ran out of slingshot ammo. Taking it for granted. Let's see, where is the next item that I want? Oh, somewhere up here. See what's behind this. Really good that I got the raincoat, because if those waterfalls hurt me, that would make this so much harder. Like, so much harder. Am I? in the level. I don't think there's anywhere I can go from here. Oh no, there is. I will need to kill that octopus to get a bomb, because of course an octopus carries a bomb. Video game logic. I can bomb this door. Acid water. I mean, you're deep underground in a cave. It could be, you know, fairly acidic. That sounds good to me, Ollie. They are one of my favorite bands. I don't think so, Pexlegend. Goodbye. Pex Legend. I should be able to read, but streamer brain, please understand. Oh, there. Needed that bomb. No, it was one of those bots asking if you want to buy follows. Which I do not. I do not need that. They're very persistent. But they take 2 seconds to ban, so it's not a big deal. Right, I think I need to find one more key somewhere in here. I think that's it for this screen, so go back through here. Gotta say, this game is a lot of fun. And I keep thinking about how much of a shame it is. But the numbers... You know, not to be too meta, but you know, everyone thinks about numbers from time to time. It's hard not to, you know, because they're a way we have to quantify, you know, if we feel like, you know, are people enjoying, you know, what we're doing? Yeah, no, I would imagine they should get you banned if you're using them. Let's see. There's a hidden item right here somewhere. I don't know how to find it. Let's see, what does the guide say here? What do I need to do to find... This stage features an unusual reveal mechanism. It's not enough to press a particular button. You need a certain item in order to make hidden items appear. Oh, you might not be able to find them if you already have what it contains. That's not helpful. Oh no, so that's the raincoat right there. So I already have that. Don't need to find again. Sure. Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun, Ariel. It's very, you know, classic, straightforward, you know, action platform type game. You know, not complicated, but in a good way. You know, it's the kind of simple, fun, straightforward. Oh, and I think that's the exit right there. Wait, can I not... Do I have to... I can't jump off the, if I could jump off that, I could go right back. I guess I've got to go up and around. That's interesting. A little bit annoying, but that should be fine. Could really use some health, though. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Piece of cake. I think we've only got one more stage after this. Oh no, this is another, like, passage stage, and then we'll be on to the final level. I think we've got diamonds here to reveal. That will restore our health. There we go. Take that, skeleton. That. Gonna want to go back down to get diamonds. Oh, they're here. There we go. You have to do weird things in this game to make items appear. Like hit a button in a certain direction. I'm just gonna go. Ooh, we're on One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship. See, just one screen, and there's no more items. Let's see. Open all the skull doors? Yeah, let's do it. Last level already. Let's just try not to die to all these... Oh, hey, that's Andy. There is one different character sprite. Oh! I beat the game! Cool! Oh, that was easy. Yeah! That was short. Oh, but look, it's just like the scene in the movie where you get, you know, One-Eyed Willie's ship sailing away. Oh, and I get a 50,000 point bonus for beating the game. And then we're right back at the start. Oh, and you can play again to build up your score. Oh, let's try it. Let's see. Let's see. Why not? Oh, that was really fun, though. I think that's the shortest game that I've beaten on here on Bloom Center CX. You know, I wasn't even dead set on like beating tonight's game. I thought, you know, I'll just play. Yeah, congratulations. Keep in mind, this is a pretty early NES game. This was 1986. So, you know, most games were still pretty short at this point. You know, just like very arcade style. Which I'm fine with. You know, you can see now that this is going to be, you know, a high score kind of game. So if this game had existed in the US for the NES when I was a kid, I can tell you right now that my brother and I absolutely would have competed to see who could get a higher score. Because that's what you did, you know? We used to have a, like an easel, you know, like for drawing. But we would use it to, write down passwords for games or high scores for the levels we've been, you know, playing or games we both played together. A lot of fun. You know, I kind of miss that, that era of gaming for that reason. Also, I can't tell, but it feels like the enemies are a little more aggressive on this second loop here. A lot of games did that back then. They'd have, you know, a second playthrough when you beat the game, and it would be more challenging. And in some games, like Ghosts and Goblins, it was required if you wanted the real ending of the game, you had to beat the game twice, basically. Which, not easy. Especially not that game. This has been an unexpectedly delightful game. I shouldn't say unexpectedly, I'd heard good things. But I guess I'm surprised at how much fun. Yes, specifically second loops. I think my favorite second loop in a game is the original NES Legend of Zelda, because you can access the second loop from the very start if you input your player name as Zelda. And it's got totally new item locations. There's even, you know, a unique enemy. The second loop on NES Zelda is so much harder than the first. Highly recommended for any players who want a true test of skill. This, I don't know if this is a true second loop or not. It just feels a little harder, but that's purely subjective on my point of view here. Where are the items staged? No, I don't need to play the game a whole second time. Why don't I just, you know, because I don't feel like I'm done streaming yet for the night. I could use a little more gameplay. Now, I do also have the Goonies 2, but the Goonies 2 is a much, much longer game than the Goonies 1. I mean, a playthrough, if you know what you're doing, takes only about 45 minutes, but I don't really know what I'm doing. The Goonies 2 features a really unique, interesting mix of gameplay styles. The Goonies 2 is part 2D action platformer like this, but also part point-and-click adventure, which was a very unique combination of game types back then. Give me one sec. I'm just going to go through my NES games and grab something that looks interesting. Ooh, or I could grab another Famicom game. So you've already seen me play through Kamen no Ninja Hanamaru here on stream, which is the Japanese game Yonoid is based on. But the other NES Konami game that I picked up is one of the Goemon games, Ganbare Goemon 2, also from Konami. Now, we got the first Super Nintendo game in this series called Legend of the Mystical Ninja. And there were 2 sequels on Super Famicom we never got. But there were some games on NES as well. Or rather, there were games on Famicom. And I have one of them. Now, I can't read this. I don't speak Japanese. But I'm wondering if I can't play any of this just by giving it a try. And if you've played the Super Nintendo one, you can see that this very much follows the same overall gameplay style. So I can tell you it feels a lot less polished. Yes, a very Japanese game. But just like the Super Nintendo one, you can go into shops, talk to people. You know, you can kind of understand why Konami didn't bring this over. But I can't understand why they wouldn't bring the Goonies 1 over. When it's the Goonies 1... Oh, the N64 game is so good, Faber. Is it Faber or Faber? I love the N64 ones. Because there's 2, and they're both wonderful. Faber like Saber. Got it. Just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Hitboxes in this feel a little wonky. There we go. Probably help if I could read. You know, being illiterate is not working in my favor here. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do or where to go. This is pretty fun. Just to go around. That's not how you pronounce sword. Sword. S-word. This is pretty cool, though. Maybe I should look up a guide for this and see if I can't play it that way. Oh, couldn't tell if he was a good guy or a bad guy. Oh, I'm about to die, I think. Maybe? Oh, I'm fast now. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, I think that's invulnerability? I don't know. I have no idea how to navigate through these levels. But this is pretty fun, even not knowing what I'm doing. Is this like an onsen? Oh no, it's a shop. Let's see. Yeah, I'll buy whatever that is. I have no idea what I'm doing. Take this guy out by throwing our large money. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, that's cool. It's a big power-up. Guess this is... Oh, a vertical rolling level. This game is pretty neat. I wish I could understand it. Oh no, I didn't want to go in there. Yeah, no, was it a Ryokon specifically? I think that's what would have existed in old Edo times. So that's some quick Google Translate work. You know, I really should give learning Japanese a try. Considering I've been there several times and really only know, you know, basic phrases and also can't read. Not being able to read, understandable, I would say, but... Oh, and now we're inside. All the character sprites in this are really, really nice. Well, that's more than I can read. The only alphabets I can read are English and Hangul. Korean's pretty easy to learn to read. You really only have the one alphabet. Yeah. Yeah, kanji are too complex for NES. Okay, I've got enough money for that, which I guess is armor or something. This seems like a lot of fun, though, as a game. Korean is... Oh, hey, a boss. Korean is super smartly constructed, and it's one of the only cases of a deliberately constructed alphabet that has worked in the whole world. Because in the 1400s, Korean King Sejong was very frustrated by the low rate of literacy among the Korean people. Because while Korean had existed as a language for, you know, hundreds if not thousands of years by that point, they had never had an alphabet specifically for Korean, and like a lot of the rest of that part of the world, used Chinese characters for their own written language. Yeah, you better sumimasen there. I'll bonk you anyway. Cool, I beat the first level. But, you know, frustrated with the low level of literacy because of the difficulty of learning, you know, complex Chinese characters, King Sejong worked with some advisors and with his son to construct a phonetic alphabet for the Korean language. And that's what became Hangul. And it, you know, the shape of the letters were based on the mouth shapes in the interior of your mouth that form those letters when you're speaking. So it's a very cleverly constructed language, and it's only, you know, it's about the same number of letters as English, and they're combined in units of 3 or 4, anywhere from 2 to 4 consonants and vowels. So it is a, you know, what you see is what you get kind of language. You know, there's no, you know, its pronunciation is a lot more consistent than something like English. Because words are, you know, written the way you say them. Oh, this is cool. Look at that neat little, oh, I picked up a sub-weapon or something. Look at that neat little reflection on the water. Very nice little detail. This is a colorful game. I'll buy whatever this is, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing here. But what it means is that if you're learning Korean, so the language itself is very peculiar. It's a language isolate, meaning it has no, like, direct linguistic cousins, and none in the area either. But what that means for, let's say you are an English first speaker learning Korean, it means that... Oh, I guess I'm going downstairs now. Oh, this is pretty cool. We've got almost like a dungeon crawl perspective. Oh, those are little fireworks. Took me a second to realize what I was using as a weapon. What's this? Sorry, I'm just completely bewildered by everything in this game, but I'm also charmed. Guess I'm getting money from that rock? Nothing that's going on makes sense to me, but that's okay. Nothing for me in there, I suppose. Can I just farm gold like that? I think I can. Let's do that. I don't know what I need gold for right now, but that seems like a game design flaw. Oh, okay. I got carted off. This is bewildering. I'm having a good time. What's in here? That food? Oh, that might be. That would make sense. You know, if that's how they prevent you from, you know, just dilly-dallying in the level forever. Oh. No, I think it might just be an enemy. And I might just be bad? I can't tell what any of these items are supposed to do. That's okay. I'm gonna run around the level till I find something. I might just call it an early night. Let's see, are you... I don't know what this means. Did I just give him money for nothing? I can't tell. Yeah, this is probably one I'm gonna want to play with a guide if I do end up playing it. Well, I bought whatever that was and now I'm out of money. Way for me to switch what weapons I'm using, or is that just set by the level? Love to know. Yeah, but if you ever want to learn Korean, you can learn to read in like a day. 2 days, maybe. Just because the alphabet is very simple, very intuitive. You won't know what things say, you won't know what they mean, but you'll be able to look at a word and pronounce it. And that's a huge advantage. I already beat it, Talking Object. I beat it in like an hour. I was surprised. It was not very hard. So I popped in one of the other Famicom games I have, which is Ganbare Goemon 2. Which I don't know what's going on at all, but it's very colorful and fun. Oh, I can't afford that. So, can I jump off the edge of the level? No. I think I need to go find that underground area again, maybe? Hard to know what's supposed to be going on here. But if I think about it, I have played much weirder NES games than this. Ooh, actually, this would be a good time to ask class. No, I'm going to turn off Goemon for now. Just because that's not a game I have any kind of attachment to. It was just pretty cheap online and looked fun. And I wanted some more Famicom games to use with my converter. Ooh, I can show you one of the weirdest I've played Talking Objects. Let me grab it right now. One of the weirdest... Oh, I know exactly the one you mean, Hanabi. They kept throwing it. One of the weirdest games I've ever played for NES is called The Secret Scroll Flying Dragon, made by a company called Culture Brain. Culture Brain's games were always weird. They made games like Kung Fu Heroes. Very cultured. This game is part 2D side-scrolling platformer and part head-to-head fighting game. And very weirdly sophisticated. There was also a Flying Dragon game on N64 that had... It was a fighting game, but with two completely different modes. One with realistic-looking characters and one with chibi-looking characters. There we go. Hold on. Hiryu no Ken is the ultimate kung fu stance. It gives the impression of a flying dragon. Culture Brain presents the Grand Master, Juan, was robbed of the secret scrolls of Hiryu no Ken. He entrusted the remaining scroll to his worthy companion, Gengai of Shorinji. It's funny to me that the master's name is Juan. Just seems like, okay, we've got our kung fu game. What's our master's name? Juan. So, we've also got beginner or professional. Let's be a beginner. The game's got, like, a surprising amount of story, but it's got some of the weirdest controls I've ever seen. Yeah, Ryuhi begins his journey to Shorinji. The journey. It's a very, I'm going to use a gaming buzzword, it's a very cinematic game. In that it presents itself like a movie. Also, if you've ever played any of Culture Brain's other games, you will recognize that punch sound effect immediately as being from Kung Fu Heroes as well. So one of the weirdest things in this game is the way you jump is you just press up and you kind of hold it depending on how far you want to go. Look, don't ask why we're doing anything in this game. I don't know. I could never tell you. Okay, now we can jump higher. It's like if Kung Fu was a much more complicated and better game. Yeah, no, I have no idea either, Talking Object. It's an extremely weird game. But it's the kind where it's so weird that I can't complain about it, really. Like, it's weird in a way that's beyond good or bad. I mean, it's weird in a way that I kind of admire how weird it is. You know, there's no clear reason why you're doing anything that you're doing. Like, why am I kicking these statues to get items? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. But I respect games like this because they had really big ideas and big ambitions. And didn't really have the development expertise to work it. You know, like our punch now does stuff. Like, we're getting stronger as we go through the level, and that's cool, you know? And once you've collected all the scrolls, then you can leave the level and go to the one-on-one fighting portion of the game. Only you can't scroll backwards, so everything's presented as a loop. Okay, good. We didn't job to the little girl. Now we've got our key. I think we can get our health back from one of these statues. That's a little invulnerability we get. Unless we get hit. Oh, I fell. Jumping with pressing up instead of a button is always very difficult for me. Let me try to get through this level so I can show you what I mean by the, like, one-on-one fighting level. The controls feel very, very weird in this game. I think the other weirdest NES game I personally have is probably, Monster Party, which is one I have played and beaten on stream. That was actually my first episode of Bloom Center CX. Monster Party is weird. It's essentially one of the most horror games on the NES. I have a lot of fondness for it because I grew up with it. Only I didn't ever beat it until this past October, when I played it for my Halloween stream. And I did manage to beat it for my first ever time. It was very satisfying. But boy, that game gets hard. The game gets really, really hard. But Monster Party is a game that I'm amazed got past Nintendo's censors back in the day, because it very quickly turns into a game full of blood and guts. I mean, like, blood dripping down the screen, your main character explodes in a cutscene at the end of the, end of the game in a nightmare sequence. This game is just super bizarre. Like I said, in a way that I respect. Because you're getting power-ups as you go through the level. It's pretty fun, honestly. Like, it feels pretty good to play. Well, I don't know if feels good to play is the right way to put it. I realize I'm not saying very complimentary things about this game that I am ostensibly complimenting. It's just, it's so strange. And I mean that in a good way. You know, in that I've never played another game like this on new or old systems. You know, I think there have been games that tried some of the things that this tries, but not while being this weird. I mean, look at the way I'm flying around the screen. That's just my normal jump now. I need to somehow get that little girl boss back on screen. There we go. Now we can beat the shit out of her and get a key. And the key will now let us leave the level when we scroll back through the whole stage again. And I just keep picking up power-ups and health because they keep respawning into the game. I don't know, it's a game that's just so weird that I can't help but admire it. Like, I don't know what this boss is even supposed to be. But there he is. Let me get to the fighting stage and you'll see what I mean. Yep, so now we're through the platforming stage, and we get to the head-to-head fighter part of the game. And it's going to teach you. It gives you an actual tutorial with a depiction of the controller on screen and everything. Yeah, we fought Death and a little girl as the first bosses. But now the game's actually going to teach us martial arts. Well done. I commend you for coming. I'm Genjai, or Gengai, or Genjai, however. Defense is the key, since it is the first secret of Shorinji. While you are here, let's work on your defensive skills. Boy, I wish the text scrolled faster. Combat training. Train me in combat, master. But look, you get an actual, like, on-screen controller diagram, and this is by far the earliest game I can think of that has something like that. Defend the mark on your body, attack the mark on your enemies. And it'll show you exactly how it goes. So defend upper, hit up. Yeah, defend middle, hit towards the enemy, defend lower, hit down. So you see basically the mark on your character, and you have to respond with the correct inputs. So attack upper. Attack middle. Defend middle. And it's pretty complicated. And the game expects you to do it very quickly. There we go. So now it taught us the controls, and now it's going to make us practice it. But the game basically goes back and forth between those formats, and it's not a short game. So this is one that I would like to, devote the time... Oh yeah, if they didn't put that in the game, no way. No way. Putting that in the manual is not enough. So let's do a training fight. You see what I mean by this is such a weird game that I can only respect it? Go. It's pretty cool though, like, one-on-one fighters didn't really work on, 8-bit systems the way they did on the 16-bit systems. But it's still pretty damn cool. Gotta remember what the combo to attack some of these are. It's not simple. It might look simple, but what in the world did I just do? I'm sure there are complicated... Oh, and you can move all the way around? It's kind of sweet, actually. I wonder if I can win by button mashing. Probably not. I don't think the game would let me. It can start to go pretty quickly, I think. Very cool, though. And the music's good. I've almost taken out the enemy. There we go. How the hell did I did that? Yeah, this was before Street Fighter Slayer. I mean, Street Fighter's a much more elegant game than this, but... this is still pretty cool. And the way it's integrated into the story is really neat. For your diligent training, you will be taught one of the secrets of Shorinji. The trick throw. Let your enemy attack your upper body. Then, suddenly throw your enemy down. Really cool, like they're teaching us moves. Oh, you had this game, Nanara? It's super weird. In a way that I respect. It's not one that I've ever put the time into mastering, but I would like to. I don't know how I did that move. I kind of want to button mash and see what happens. If this game will punish my mashing. Yeah, it is. See. Let them attack your head and then throw them down. Doesn't really help. As a descriptor. How do I grab this thing? No, I don't think it's bad at all, Nanara. I just think it's very, very weird. Like, I don't know any other NES game that had this amount of variety. And it's weirdly cinematic in a way. You know, it tries to make you feel like you're in a kung fu movie, and I think it succeeds. You know, because this does feel like, you know, a hype one-on-one encounter. Oh, that was too slow. It's not easy either. Which is good. You know, games shouldn't be too easy. You know, the Goonies was actually... if you're so great, why don't you play that game? I haven't watched Kung Pao in years. I should. That's such a fun movie. Such a good idea for a movie, too, to basically, you know, digitally insert, you know, a modern performance into an old movie. Captures what's so fun. Oh, it does? That's kind of cool. I think after this fight, I'll probably call it a night, just because we beat Goonies way earlier than I expected to. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I barely won. I love when games have hidden stuff for, you know, finding everything. Very satisfying. A reward for successful completion of training. Shingon's secrets. Indicates enemy's weak point. Indicates point where enemy can be eliminated with one blow. Try your new secrets. This is cool. Oh no, I'm fighting the master. I can't fight the master. He'll kick my ass. Oh no. Really is kicking my ass. It's fast. Is that how I do a special move? I do love the very, very cheesy sounding sound effects in this game. They kind of stick with you, you know? Oh, he's really kicking my ass though. You gotta be so quick to react to this. And I am not. Like a game of Simon Says. Only you get punched in the face. It's cool that you can walk back and forth across the stage. Very detailed sprites, too. Well, for an 8-bit system. Not really if the, you know, if you compare this to Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis, this doesn't look so hot, but oh. I like that they give him a gloating victory pose. Alright, but I think that's enough of that. I was just showing some other games I had. So I will need to think, class, what games to take on for future episodes of Bloom Center CX. I could do the Goonies 2, which is a much longer game than the Goonies 1. Also got lots of other great games that are not as challenging as what I played this past Saturday. Little Nemo was super fun, but that last stage was evil. I've got things like DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Those are fun. And I could always go back to streaming Yo Noid. I could do some more Noid speedruns. Let's get rid of the TV. There we go. So let me let you know what I've got going on the rest of the week. So tonight was a short stream, but Thursday, I don't usually stream Thursdays. Thursday, I will be streaming. I'm trying to remember what. Oh yes, Thursday, I'm going to be doing a reading stream. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I miss doing them. So we're going to pick back up with some more Sherlock Holmes. We finished previously The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So the next, yeah, absolutely it was Slayer. Ooh, I do love The Adventures of Link. That's a great game. But I think I would need to find another copy of it because mine still has my childhood save files and I don't want to delete those, but I don't think I could show them on stream. Yeah, but Thursday, starting at 8 o'clock, I will be reading from the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, which is a set of Sherlock Holmes stories. They take about an hour each, so I'll probably read three, maybe four of them. Just grab a drink, grab a blanket, get cozy, and I'll read you a bedtime story. Friday, probably starting around 6 p.m., I would like to do some karaoke. I was thinking maybe rock and roll, heavy metal. We'll see. All depends what I'm feeling. But then Saturday, March 5th, a brand new Doom 2 Megawatt called Elementalism is being released. And it looks absolutely spectacular. It's not finished yet, but they're releasing phase 1 of it, which should be about 15 levels worth. So I'm super excited to see that, and I hope you will join me for that. I can't remember, Nanara, that's the problem. I would need to check. So let's see who is online now that we could go pay a visit to. Ooh, and I know what I want us to say for a raid message. Let's go with Goonies Never Say Die raid. Can go with that. So let's see who we can go pay a visit to. Who is on currently? Oh, I know who we could go visit. My artist mama. The first. Oh, Meet just got partner. Oh, let's go to Meet then. She's doing which wrestlers I'd eat and why. Well, that's fun. I like that idea. Actually, why don't we go wish Meet congratulations on hitting partner? Let's do that. You're not already following Meet. You really should be because she is one of the most entertaining streamers. She's a cave woman navigating technology. She likes to get a little silly. I mean that in a good way. So let us go congratulate Meet on hitting partner and see which wrestlers she would eat. I'm very interested in that. I can think of some that I would and some that absolutely not. It would be terrible to eat. All right, but have a great night, everybody, and I will see you Thursday. Bye-bye.
Malachi Black used to have a really cool entrance when he was Alistair Black. Hello, Professor Bloom. Hello.